Hey, Seana Hart from EarthFIT Personal Training, Russian Kettlebell Level 2. I'm here with PJ, one of the trainers here. He is hardstyle kettlebell certified. And this video today is to show you some of the problems that we see and experience here at EarthFIT when trying to do the deadlift. And the deadlift is one of the most important moves that you can learn to transition to other kettlebell movements. So I'd like to show you them now so you can see what we see when we're looking at your deadlift and we're trying to fix you. The first thing I'm going to show you, which we've seen before, is the best way to learn the deadlift, which is a hip hinge movement, is to use a PVC piping, which we'll often set clients up with first. You're going to put that PVC piping at the top of your head, the top of your back, and then right down here at your butt, and you're going to move just from the pelvis. So you're pushing the pelvis out, keeping those 3 points, and then coming back up and locking the hips. And so that's ideally the movement that we're going for. So I'm going to have PJ sit up here in the deadlift position. I'm going to have him do one proper deadlift here first. He's picking it up, he's using his legs, he's getting nice and tall here, he's looking forward, he hinges at the hip, and then he uses the hips to drive forward. So that is exactly what we're looking for the deadlift. Now, I'm going to have him roll his shoulders, and you're going to watch the difference here. So in this position, his shoulders are rounded, and he's not packing the shoulders, and you can see that that spine is not straight at all. So I'm going to actually fix him now. Beautiful. So he packs the shoulders, and now we've got a nice straight spine, and he's able to use the hips to come back up. The next thing that we often see is that the student doesn't lock out at the top. So he's going to go into a deadlift, and then he's going to come up, and before he goes into his next one, that is what we see. So you can see that he's bent here at the hips, and he's also bent at the knees, and to fix that, we would come up, squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes, see that he's nice and straight now here as well. The other thing that we see, so he's going to go into a deadlift, is that sometimes people will lean back. So at the top of their deadlift, instead of coming to a straight at the top, they'll fully lean back, and we definitely don't want that. So we would push them forward, again, reminding that client that there's that pull here. And then the other thing that we see is that the head will jut forward. So you can see that his head is moving forward. Again, we always want that straight spine so that we push them here, and then boom, nice alignment, and then come back up with those hips. And then the last thing that we often see, and this really helps for translating into a swing, is that the feet lift up off the ground. Those should always be planted. So if at any time you're feeling like the weight is taking you, you're not in control of that weight, the feet might lift up off the floor in either the downward motion or the upward motion. And we don't want that to happen. The heels should always stay planted, and that helps with reminding to push the head to the ceiling, push the heels to the floor. So one more time, I'm going to have PJ show you a proper deadlift. He's hinging at the hip, his back is straight, his head is not moving independently of his body. He's a little bit like a robot. He's coming back up, and again, beautiful alignment, and he's getting really tall. So if I push him anywhere on his body, he's like a plank, and he's not moving. So I hope that helps you to see what we normally see on the floor, and that's some of the lingo that we're talking about when we come over here and we kind of get our hands on you. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, as always, ask one of your hardstyle kettlebell certified coaches here, and see you on the training floor.